This is the most Monday of all Mondays. Yeah, I am hoping that there is volume because it is not registering. It is literally just not registering at the bottom. If you can hear me, I would love for you to just let me know because this is just craziness. So good morning. Hello. Today we are doing that goal setting passion planner. I did check over the weekend and saw there were some more downloads. So I am really excited about that. Here, let's see. I'm just checking one more thing. I'm just making sure that it is on. I'm just making sure. Yeah, everything says my mic is on. Absolutely everything. So I am confuzzled, to say the least. Hold on. I'm just going to check something really quick. And then we are going to jump into this because I'm just on edge. I am just on edge. I am like, phew. So yeah, I am hoping, just going to double check that everything's good. And yeah, I am hoping. Okay, yes, there is sound. Okay. I don't know why it's not showing. I don't know why, but you guys can hear me. I can hear myself. Let's go. I am so sorry for this long introduction. I am going to put a timestamp at the bottom to make sure that you guys can get there. And I just want to jump into it. So today we are doing our group coaching session. I'm going to walk you through this planner. The actual workbook is in the description below. I made sure it was there. So just head down there, grab that goal setting passion planner, and then you can follow along. You don't necessarily need it, but we are only going through the first section of the workbook today. The workbook in total is about 31 pages, including all of the exercises. And so it really kind of goes on a deep dive and lets you go through and really explore what you want to do, who you want to be, where you want to go, and make the plans you need to actually get there. We're not just going to talk about getting there. We're not just going to dream about getting there. We are going to make a plan. Today, we're just going to go through the first section, which is the multiple choice section, and it is very fun. So I hope you will join me. I'm grabbing my pen so that we can follow along. And then we can see kind of my answers versus your answers and see what it goes. So let's just jump in. Enough chit chat. Let's jump in because we're already 4 minutes in. Okay. So first question, close your eyes and imagine the lifestyle that you want to live when you are grown up. How much money do you think you will need each month to support the lifestyle support this lifestyle? So do you think you can live off of $5,000 a month? Do you think you can live off of $2,000 a month? Do you need $10,000 a month to really live the life of your dreams? Write that down. Let's see where this takes us. So that is not a multiple choice. I get that, but let's start there. Now, there is a multiple choice part. So question A, I'm low maintenance. I don't need fancy things. B, I mean, who doesn't want to be comfortable? Or C, all of it. All of it. I want all of it. I want the flashy things. I want all of it. 2, how important is it to you to be financially independent? A, I don't need anybody. B, I plan on living at home till I'm at least 40. So, or C, what is this independence that you speak of? Okay. Circle one of those. Next. 3, how content are you with your current financial situation? A, throw some ones. B, meh, it's all right. Or C, I've hacked my neighbor's Wi-Fi to download this workbook. Okay, let's go on to number 4. Do you have enough money to meet your current needs and wants? And capitalized. So when you want something, are you able to get it, or do you need to check out your budget? Or are you comfortable enough to just say, I want that, I'm buying that, I've got the money already in my account. Let's just go out and buy that brand new, whatever it is that you want. A, money phone. B, my wants are needs. So that would be that that I'm gonna leave that for you to interpret. Or C, I think my neighbors are on to me. Okay, question number 5. Do you make a budget every month? A, yes, I have it planned to the penny. B, sometimes, but not consistently. Or C, oh no, they changed the password again. 6, do you know exactly how much you're spending each month? Yes, I am militant with my money. 2, I mean, I have an idea. Or C, my bank account is basically a strainer. 7, how important is it to you that you are generous? Here, I should open this up so that I'm not looking down all the time. How important is it to you to be generous with friends and family? A, if you're out with me, it's my treat. B, I do what I can on holidays and special occasions. Or C, I have started to avoid gatherings so I don't have to give gifts. There we go. This is so much better. Okay. How willing are you to take risks? A, where do I sign up? B, I think critically about all sides and then I weigh my options. Or C, wasn't that a board game? Do they even still make those? Okay, now's your chance to answer that one. Next, how important is family to you? I talk to them every day. We're pretty close. We communicate regularly. Or, life. Okay, so that is the end of the first page. I'm going to give a quick second to catch up just in case you are still thinking about any of the answers. And then we will swiftly move on to the next. Just hydrate. I hope you guys have some coffee or some tea or something delicious. Okay, so on to the next page. How important are your friendships? A stranger is just a friend I haven't met yet. B, I keep a tight circle. Or C, just call me the lone wolf. Here, we can put this away for today. See, this is the thing about lives, is that you get to see all of the real chaos backstage. Okay, 12. Do you want a family? I want 8 kids and 14 dogs. I can see one in my future. Or lone wolf. Okay, next, 13. How important is it for you to have a flexible schedule? A, I want to be able to drift in the wind. B, I think I would enjoy some leeway. Or C, I require structure. How much time do you ideally want to be able to spend with that family? All of it? As much as possible? Or are you confused by the lone or wolf? How important is it, or how important is legacy to you? A, I want to see my name in lights. B, I want to be remembered fondly by friends and family. Or C, I've already forgotten my own name. 16. How do you value your achievements? A, they are how I gauge my self-worth. B, they make me feel a sense of accomplishment, but I don't need the accolades. Or C, am I wearing matching socks today? Okay, 17. Do you enjoy working? This can mean either at your current job or your ideal job. A, I love, 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 love it. B, I get through it. Or C, as long as I don't have to answer to anyone, I have no breath and no one breathes in my direction. Remember, there's no right or wrong answers. These are all self-exploration questions. 18. What is your idea of a work-life balance? 30% work, 70% me time, 50-50, or I also don't like it when they look in my direction. Do you enjoy helping others? I want nothing more than to enrich the lives of those around me. B, who doesn't just feel good when they're in a position to, or who doesn't feel good when you are in a position to help? Or C, just don't make eye contact at all. Okay, so now this is a little bit of a longer answer question, or it's a short answer question. But what drives you? What is that one thing that propels you to move forward? And again, nobody else is ever going to see this unless you want them to. So just write down the first thing that comes to mind, or something that's like really, really passionate, that really propels you forward. And now, what part of your day brings you the most joy? And this can be anything from any kind of reaction to any kind of part to any kind of activity that you do in a day. What part of your day brings you the most joy? If it's your nap time, that's okay. Put that down. And now, do you enjoy your current job? I love it. It pays the bills, or you're kidding, right? Now, if you could change 3 things about your job, what would those 3 things be? Again, we're moving a little bit quickly here, but if you grab the workbook, it's in the description. You can also come and revisit any of these questions that you are having a hard time with. So now, number 24. Does your job offer an opportunity for advancement? Yep, I've gotten 2 promotions already since I started, and I'm close to the 3rd. Kinda, I guess. Or the own the owner literally just installed their 18-year-old child as manager of this whole place. So, the next thing I want you to think about is this advancement important to you? A, immensely. B, well, I don't want to be stuck in the exact same position forever. Or C, no, the monotony is comforting. Number 26. If you could spend every day doing anything you wanted, what would it be? Regardless of if it was paid or not. Yes, that includes suntanning on the beach. Despite the fact that I am in cold, snowy Canada right now, as you can tell by the turtleneck. Next chance to hydrate. Is your work environment positive and supportive? A, every day I get the warm and fuzzies. B, I have my people. Or C, every day is an exercise in futility. Now, do you find fulfillment in your current career? A, so full. B, I mean, it's work. Is it supposed to fulfill me? Or C, you spelled despair wrong. Now, with this, if you are not graduated or working yet, you can also use these examples as your field of study, or you can use these examples as the job that you are working or your internship as well. That's okay. It's not supposed to be super specific. It can be generalized to a wider frame. There's a lot of times where I had taken when I started, I took one route. I wanted to go into organic chemistry when I started university. And I found that it was just not what I thought it was. There was a couple of classes like that, actually. Statistics as well, not what I thought it was. Psychology as well, not what I thought it was. The best part about that was with statistics and organic chem, I decided they were not for me, but psychology I loved, and I ended up doing a ton of courses in psych. But I ended up going into physiology instead, which is actually very similar to kind of organic chemistry, but like a level up. So physiology deals more with how things work instead of like the structure of the actual like molecules. So I found that I loved that. And was asking myself some of these questions when I was studying those subjects helped me to clarify a lot of those things. So let's carry on now that we took that little brief interlude. Now, if it were not for your close coworkers, would your job be a nightmare, or do your coworkers make it a nightmare? And this is a short answer. So scribble down yes, no, maybe 1 or 2 sentences if you care to elaborate, and we can move forward. How urgently do you need to change careers? A, why would I leave? B, now. C, right now. And now why? And again, just scribble down a question or two, or a sentence or two that's as to why. And that's both why you love it or why you hate it and need to leave. And now we're going to change gears just a little bit. And again, grab that planner if you need more time and take all of the time you need to write out these questions. Or if you are on the replay crew, you can always pause the video. Now, how is your physical health? Do you currently have any hobbies? Yes, no, and if so, what are they? Do you have a creative outlet for your boredom? Yes, no, and what do you do? When I was still studying, I did not have a whole lot of time to have a creative outlet for my boredom. So one of my things was to stylize and make my notes beautiful. And that really helped me to be able to express some creativity and to do something that kind of I enjoyed and soothed me without having to block off a whole bunch of time for like just drawing or coloring, because I was just so busy all the time. So I managed to find ways to incorporate creative things into my everyday. And so if that is something that you have done, you can count that too. Okay, now, if you could pick any new hobby, regardless of the learning curve, what would it be? Maybe you want to be a prima ballerina. Maybe you wanted to learn pottery or weaving or be an amazing video game player. What would it be if learning was not an issue? If the learning curve, the time, and everything was not an issue, what would that hobby be? If you could spend more time doing one creative activity, what would it be? So this could be a hobby that you know, a hobby or a creative activity that you don't know how to do, or one that you are already doing and you just wish that you could dedicate more time to it. If you could learn to do something creative, what have you always wanted to learn? Okay, now we're going to shift gears for a little bit. So if you have to go back and answer those or pause them, definitely take the time to do so. We're just going to switch gears just a little bit. So now, how do you handle stress? A, what stress? B, self-care and organization. Or C, not well. How do you handle anxiety? And this can be either clinical anxiety or it can be the odd set of nerves, because everybody experiences anxiety. It's just at different scales. So, how do you handle anxiety? It just rolls off my back. I sing in the shower, or I could use some help here as well. Now, 40. How do you handle burnout? A, can't stop, won't stop. B, everyone needs a day in bed, right? Or C, burnout, I'm practically ashes. So, next, what do you think you could do to handle your stress or anxiety better? Or, sorry, do you think you could handle your stress or anxiety better? Yes, no? And finally, how? So, take a quick minute to answer that one. Now, as a side note, if you want to explore any part of these deeper, the workbook, the like this multiple choice, like this short answer / multiple choice section, or any of the activities, you can always head over to my website and book an appointment. The consultation is free, and we can sit down and chat about any or all parts of this workbook, and I can help you create a plan. Okay, what tactics do you think you could implement to better cope with this stress or anxiety? Now, on to the hard hitting questions. Do you set goals? A, weekly, monthly, yearly, one step at a time, right? B, I have a general idea of what I want to accomplish. Or C, does finishing this workbook count? 44, how often do you review your goals? Daily. Visualize the win, right? B, when I renew my resolutions on New Year's. Or C, another question down, this is good, right? 45, how do you reward yourself for achieving your goals? A, I treat myself to something special as I tick off my tasks. B, I went out for dinner for my last promotion. Or C, wait, what? I get rewards? 46, how do you manage your routine tasks? A, divide and conquer. I have a comprehensive to-do list and I tackle throughout the week. B, I try to do things as they come up. Or C, how am I supposed to find the time? Now, this is probably also a good time to mention our weekly goal setting Friday live stream. Make sure that you set that in your calendar. I schedule it every Friday, so check out the scheduled videos and join us there when we divide, conquer, and make that to-do list. 47, how are you planning? A, I have 3 planners and I know how to use them. B, I just live by routine. I can remember anything I need to do. Or C, I think I had one once. Maybe it's under the bathroom sink. I'm not too sure. Now, how do you hold yourself accountable for your goal setting and plans? How often do you check in on your progress? And now, what did you do today to work towards your goals? What do you wish you could do more of? I know we're getting really deep here. And number 50, what does your ideal day look like? This one is going to take a little bit of time, so I'm just going to take a second to hydrate while you scribble away. We have officially hit the halfway point of this portion of the planner. So give yourself a little pat on the back. Oh, I have static today in my hair. And we're gonna keep going, and it only gets deeper from here. So if you need to take a break, if you're on the replay crew, give this a pause and make sure that you have gone through the workbook. And us who are doing it live are going to push through. Now, What are your 3 best qualities? I know. I'm not pulling any punches here. I am not pulling any punches at all. I'm like diving deep in there. Now, what are your 3 worst qualities? And I know that this is probably an easier question to answer to yourself than the other one is. And I'm truly sorry about that. I wish that it was easier to recognize the beauty and the goodness within, but sometimes it's just so socialized to see the negative. But I hope you are able to come up with those 3 qualities easier than you can come up with the 3 things you'd rather change. Now, 53. If you could change one thing about your life right now, what would it be? And then 54. In what area do you need the most guidance? Now, this is very personal. Again, nobody's going to see it, so you can be honest in this moment. And now 55. Think back. What has been your proudest moment? Okay, so now when you close your eyes and imagine your future, what are six milestones that you are the most excited to reach? And these can be anything. These don't have to be career. They don't have to be family. They can be either one, or they can even be both. Are you excited for your wedding day? Are you excited to graduate from university? Are you excited to land your first job or promotion or be CEO? Are you excited for your retirement? What are the 6 milestones, regardless of where they fall or the order, that you are the most excited to reach? Maybe it's to reach 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. Subscribe. Now 57. What lesson are you most grateful for? And this can be in any aspect of your life. This next question might be the deepest one yet. What scares you? Like, what really scares you inside? Okay, now 59. But what really scares you? Be completely honest. I'm not talking about the monster under the bed. I'm talking about, is it graduating from university? I was terrified to graduate from university because that meant I had to become a real, live, functioning adult and do adult things. And that was absolutely terrifying to me. Now, question number 60. Are you happy? And now, what will make you happy? And why? Why will this make you happy? So that is a really deep question. So many of us think if we just get, to this or that or this or that, it will make us happy. But that's not always the case. We really have to figure out why. Why will a great job or, becoming a surgeon or becoming a lawyer make us happy? Why? Is it because it will prove to ourselves that we were capable of accomplishing that goal? Is it because we will then make all of this money and become rich? Is it because we will then all of a sudden become famous? Like, there's so many different reasons. for something to make you happy, why do you think that achieving that will make you happy? And now, switching gears a little bit, what would your perfect job be? This does not have to be a job title. You can write a job description of the duties that you'd like to perform, and maybe even say what you don't want to do in there as well. Maybe you want to be a blogger, but you don't want to write. Put that down. And now I want to know, why are you not working this job now? What's holding you back? And then, how can we get you into this career? Is it that you have to graduate university? Is it that you need to network and find the right people to get you this job? Is it that you need to hire somebody to write those blog posts for you? What is it that will get you into the career that you want? And now, multiple choice. Are you willing to put in the work for it? Am I ever? B, it's going to be tough, but one step at a time, right? Or C, no, I'm not ready yet. And that is okay. All of those are okay. No judgment. Completely up to you. 67. What work have you done so far? What work have you put in so far? And be honest, if you haven't put in any of the work, then that's okay. Write that down. That just goes to helping us make a plan. And if you're not willing to put in the work, that's okay too. We'll keep going and figure something out. So now, what obstacles stand in your way? And this might be one of those things as to why you haven't started or why you haven't put in work. Maybe you need a university degree to become that world famous surgeon, but you don't have the money for university. Maybe that's one of your obstacles. Only you're going to know what your obstacles are. And right now is the time to actually write them down and review them. So now, what are your priorities? List out 3 of them. Maybe it is school, university, and work. Or school. Maybe it's school, family, and work. Maybe it is work, video games, and your TikTok channel. I don't know. What are your priorities right now? Now, are you ready? A, I was born ready. B, let's do this. Or C, quick, before the Wi-Fi password changes again. So that was the first section. That was the entire first section of the workbook. I am so glad you came with me and stayed with me. It was a little bit long. There are another 3 sections to this workbook. And so once you finish this, I really suggest you move on to the next sections and work through those as well. I'm actually going to go through and remove the first 4 minutes of me messing around with the sound because I don't want the replay crew to have to worry about that. But yeah, I will go through, and I don't think we're going to be able to do it next week. Next week, I have something else planned. I will schedule that, and I'll probably discuss it more on Friday's live stream. Don't forget, Fridays is our weekly planning session. We have the weekly planning session every Friday, and we have a monthly planning session at the end of the month, and that is to set our goals for the following month. So make sure you check those out on the channel so we can do those. I think we're going to have an extra special one for the new year coming up soon. But I will make those announcements as they come. So yes, I'm going to wrap it up here. Make sure you go down and grab that goal setting passion planner in the description so that you can find your passion and set the goals you need to set in order to get there. If you need any help or support at all for that, I will link my email down below. 100%, you can email me with any questions, or you can head over to my website, www.absolutelystudying.com, and book an appointment, and we can sit down and discuss it one-on-one. And I can give you any of the advice or help or support that you need in order to create your plan with this workbook. I'm so glad you joined me for this live stream, these questionnaires. We will look at scheduling to work through the rest of the workbook as it goes along. I'm so happy. Like and subscribe and do all of the good, warm, fuzzy YouTube things. I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers in 2022. And so you helping me out here would be amazing. And so I will see you on Friday. And until then, I hope you have an amazing adventure.